The Lynette Brown Show. This be the Lynette Brown Show.
She's always ready and on time.
The Lynette Brown Show.
When you got something that's on your mind.
The Lynette Brown Show.
Whatever you got going on, she knows the deal.
The Lynette Brown Show.
Where we always keep it real.
Opinions expressed in this show do not reflect the views of the network or production.
Good morning and welcome to the LBS, the hottest, the biggest, the baddest talk show of the South. I am the Fiery Diva, keeping their woods hot on your favorite station. Thank you guys for tuning in with me. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a nice show lined up for you. In fact, I had a cancellation today. Miss Amelia from Health Alternatives, she was supposed to have been here today and talk to us about those colonics that I have preached about. Okay, but something came up and Miss Amelia was not able to come to the studio today. So therefore, I thought I would show part 2 of the symposium that was in Town Creek, Alabama. In fact, ironically, this symposium was the same day that the verdict came out for George Zimmerman. So a lot going on that particular day. So I thought I would show part 2 since I was unable to get a guest last minute. So I'll just go ahead and show you part 2 of that. And the response that I got with that show was incredible. It really was. I didn't give anything away on Diva I Wanted. I didn't do any giveaways. But who knows? My birthday is coming up next week. Yep, it's next week. So you guys be sure to tune in. But we can't do anything until we, of course, take this quick commercial break. But before we do all that, this portion of the show was brought to you in part by Health Alternatives. And you can go by and see Miss Amelia. She is on Highway 72 in Huntsville, Alabama. And her number is 256-513-2274. That is Amelia. Once again, 256-513-2274. And we have Exotic Scents, Mr. Daigle. You remember we were talking about all the good smell goods and things like that for your business, for your home, for your car. Well, Mr. Daigle will take care of you. He's at Exotic Scents, and you can reach him at 256-665-4400. Again, that number is 256-665-4400. And we're going to go right into a commercial break, and then we're going to go right into the symposium. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back right after these messages.
Real King, owner of Heads Up Barbershop.
Everybody, my name is Michael Young. I'm a shop manager here at Heads Up Barbershop, 2501 Oakland Avenue, Unit 2. We run different specials throughout the week. We encourage you all to come down and see us on our $10 Tuesday.
Hello, I'm Alan Vital, and I've been coming here at Heads Up Haircuts for many years now, and it's excellent service.
Hello, my name is Corey Posey. I'm a barber here at Heads Up. For the best cuts in town, check us out here at Heads Up.
Hi, this is Dwight Lau here at People's Choice Barbershop. We're located here at 1402 Central Parkway in Decatur, Alabama. 5-star barbershop. We're open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Come to the traffic light. We open. We're a 5-star barbershop. We are the biggest barbershop in North Alabama with 6 barbers, 2 braiders. We're a family atmosphere. We have fun. We have laughter. We have good company. We would like to have your company. Come by and provide us with your service and with your personal talents and with your personal goals and aspirations so that we can actually collaborate and do something together. We're not just a barbershop. We are a family atmosphere barbershop, so we will treat you like family.
Hey folks, welcome to Eddie Pruitt Ford right here at Hartselle, Alabama, where everybody in the Tennessee Valley knows that we're your low price leader with great service. But don't you worry a little bit when that warranty runs out and those high repair bills start to roll in, how much that's going to cost you. Well, at Eddie Pruitt Ford, we've got that covered. You're going to have the peace of mind of knowing that every vehicle on the lot, new or used, is going to come with a free lifetime powertrain warranty. That's engine, transmission, drive axle, free and exclusive only at Eddie Pruitt Ford right here in Hartselle.
This chicken house here is just an open building. There wasn't enough money. They didn't loan me enough money to get it finished, and they forced me to build this building. Instead of allowing me to build a 500-foot house, take this money and use it for operating money. And they forced me to put this building up, and that's the way it looks. Look how it's grown up because it hadn't been used, hadn't been maintained, don't have the equipment to keep it up like it's supposed to be because of discrimination. And this is where we are It's 159 acres in this tract. I need tractors. I need dozers to clean the land up so the land can be productive. Because of discrimination, staying in the Court of Federal Claims for 7 years, and the breach of the contract to reinstate the discrimination because they breached the contract. Now I'm subject to foreclose because of discrimination from
one
the
of these, the guy let me go inside the loop because you can't do
It's a
that.
conspiracy against black farmers. It is a conspiracy.
The saddest part is that they force you into court, and when you get into court, you don't get due process. You don't be treated with respect. You don't get your rights observed that was given to us in the Constitution. Here today, even with the voting rights here in Alabama, we're fighting for something that was given to us in the 1800s. This is the most absurd thing that I've ever in my life had to deal with.
The Floyd that the lawyers use, they wouldn't got out Negro leaders to come to the black farmers and to say to the black farmers, look, we got some older people out there who ain't gonna get nothing if y'all hold this up. Now you gotta understand that black farmers had black lawyers trying to go to court for over 20 years. But every time they would go to court, they'd throw it out. Used to work for the Department of Justice, all right? He comes up with a consent decree, ipso facto magic is accepted. The black farmers read the consent decree, said this is a piece of garbage. We went to court to file against it. 900 showed up, said we don't want this. We told them what was wrong with it. The judge agreed with us. And Al Pyrie said, I ain't gonna change the word. Al Pyrie was supposedly the lawyer for the black farmers. And his buddies who he used to work with in the Department of Justice, behind the scenes, cut a deal that screwed over these black farmers. We can document all of this. I didn't say this before to the Congress of Black
an inheritance for your kids and your kids' kids to be able to live off the land, to be able to raise their livestock without buying the food that they sell in the stores, that all these chemicals, with chicken houses. Look at the hormones and the steroids that they put in these chickens. We need to learn to preserve the land so we can leave an inheritance for our kids and our kids' kids. And that's what's important. If once the inheritance is gone, your wealth is gone. Back in the day, we didn't have the hunger that we have today. Everybody shared a little bit of love.
That's right.
And we don't have that today. And that's a problem that we're having.
The inheritance that my wife and I would have left to our son and continue to amass, close to $2 million that we've lost. We've lost 2 commercial properties, 1 residential, and the farm that we were supposed to purchase.
Real estate.
That's real estate. That does not have anything to do with the income that it produces. The farm, as I stated to you earlier, I'm already out of $20 million in damages just on the farm. It allows my son to be able to concentrate on his studies and not have to be like his mother and his father out here killing themselves to get an education. You see all our cohorts. They ride around in the finest of vehicles and living in the nicest of homes, $300,000-$400,000 homes. They get a 2% interest rate. We go buy a $200,000-$300,000 home, we get 10% interest rate.
That's right.
So you can simply understand what we're going through when we talk about inheritance and the ability to leave our offsprings something to give them the ability to stay afloat. Because by the time my son is 21, this little bit of money won't be anything.
That's right.
It won't be anything. I mean, they're destroying it. They want to take everything into a one monetary value system. What is that going to mean for us? Where is that going to take us? It's not going to take us anywhere but into extinction. And that's where we're about to be. The black farmers are about to be extinct at the hands of the United States of America.
Your grace and mercy brought me through. I'm living this moment because of you.
Terrell King, owner of Heads Up Barbershop. Everybody, my name is Michael Young. I'm a shop manager here at Heads Up Barbershop, 2501 Oakland Avenue Unit 2. We run different specials throughout the week. We encourage you all to come down and see us on our $10 Tuesday.
Hello, I'm Alan Vital, and I've been coming here at Heads Up Haircuts for many years now, and it's excellent service.
Hello, my name is Pt.2. I'm a barber here at Heads Up. For the best cuts in town, check us out here at Heads Up.
Hey folks, welcome to Eddie Pruitt Ford right here at Hartselle, Alabama, where everybody in the Tennessee Valley knows that we're your low price leader with great service. But don't you worry a little bit when that warranty runs out and those high repair bills start to roll in, how much that's going to cost you. Well, at Eddie Pruitt Ford, we've got that covered. You're going to have the peace of mind of knowing that every vehicle on the lot, new or used, is going to come with a free lifetime powertrain warranty. That's engine, transmission, drive axle, free and exclusive only at Eddie Pruitt Ford right here in Hartselle.
Lynette Brown Show. This be the Lynette Brown Show.
She's always ready and on time.
The Lynette Brown Show.
When you got something that's on your mind.
The Lynette Brown Show.
Whatever you got going on, she knows the deal.
The Lynette Brown Show.
Well, we always keep it real.
Welcome back to the LBS, the hottest, the biggest, the baddest talk show of the South. I am the Fiery Diva, keeping their wits hot on your favorite station. Thank you guys for tuning in with me once again, ladies and gentlemen. And for those who have just tuned in, you're watching part 2 of the symposium that was taped in Town Creek, Alabama, and I was there, and there were other television stations there as well. And these are some serious concerns, ladies and gentlemen, and I thought I'd show part 2 because I had a guest that was unable to make it today, which was Miss Amelia, Health Alternatives, but hopefully she'll be here with us next week. But we're going to go into another break, and we'll go right back into this symposium. We'll be back right now.
Hi, this is Dwight Loud here at People's Choice Barbershop. We're located here at 1402 Central Parkway in Decatur, Alabama. 5-star barbershop. We're open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Come to the traffic light. We open. We're a 5-star barbershop. We are the biggest barbershop in North Alabama with 6 barbers, 2 braiders. We're a family atmosphere. We have fun. We have laughter. We have good company. We would like to have your company. Come by and provide us with your service and with your personal talents and with your personal goals and aspirations so that we can actually collaborate and do something together. We're not just a barbershop. We are a family atmosphere barbershop, so we will treat you like family.
Hey, I'm Granville. We smoke all our meat with hickory and red oak, season all our meat with a dry rub, and our customers will tell you that we have the best ribs and the best barbecue in North Alabama.
I come to Granville's for the great barbecue. They have great lunch specials.
Well, I like the barbecued chicken. It's the best chicken I think I've had barbecued.
Barbecue sandwich, probably the best in town. The ribs, first time I came, the ribs were to die for.
Granville's Gourmet Ribs and Barbecue on the corner of Meridian Street and Oakwood.
You talked about the condition of the farming and the properties here. What's next? I mean, do you continue to let them deteriorate? I mean, I understand we're in the fight here, but
I'm in this fight, and I'm trying to bring, that's the reason I'm doing the interview, trying to bring justice to this matter so I can be able to pick up the pieces and move forward. And these buildings been here for 12 and a half years, and nothing is happening with them. I'm trying now, once this fight is over with, to figure out what uses could I have for them at this day, because Pilgrim Pride and Tyson and all of them, they're not going to give me a chance again. Because you know what? They made me lose my contract, so they're not going to look at me again. So I can forget that. So the only thing that I could do with these buildings is start raising my own chicken, developing a market to be able to sell my own chickens to the people in the community and around the country.
How much money would it take you to get your operation up?
Well, to actually take...
That's why the economic blueprint is so important, that people begin to save their money. And then with opportunities like this, they can invest. Until we have a market for them to utilize that 34 acres. Right. Look, down in southwest Georgia, they tell you for crop farmer, a row crop farmer, if you're not farming 5,000 acres, you might as well get out of business because you're not going to make enough money to sustain yourself and your family. So 34 acres with no market for your product, the best thing for them to do is to cut the timber and to rent it out to somebody so they won't lose it.
Yeah, right.
Until we establish markets.
Right.
We don't have no stores in the inner cities.
That's right.
We don't have no restaurants. We were fooled by integration. Before integration, we had our own restaurants. We had our own little grocery stores. We had our own little hotels. We had places. We had our own schools.
We had a market.
We had a market for the products. Ain't nobody coming to us, so we got to reestablish business in the black community so we can have an outlet for the product, and then we can put the land to work to produce the product to distribute to our give us junk food that fatten us up for the kill. And then they come, give you a pill to die with. They say, look, take this pill right here. Side effects may include a fatal incident. Excuse me, how many fatal incidents can I afford? All right, and guess what? You can't sue them because in the whole in the Patriot Act, they wrote in a clause in the Patriot Act, you can't sue the pharmaceuticals if you die from that chemical.
I understand the economic empowerment. In the city of Birmingham, they've got a campaign going. I don't know if it's national or just in Birmingham. 50 years forward, 50 years after the Civil Rights Institute, after the Civil Rights Incident, 1965. I mean, just after your comments, I mean, do you feel like we've moved forward, or is it just 50 years later?
I'm not going to answer that, but I just told you.
Let me answer.
We don't have nothing now. In 65, we owned a few things, and actually we were getting closer in terms of where further behind, and we don't own no business. Go ahead.
Here's what happened on that. We, in terms in the 60s and the 70s, thought if we elected black folk, listen to me good, we thought we would have a fair share at the economic pie. But what happened? They went in and they only represented themselves.
That's right.
The black man out here and the elected official, they have nothing in common. Okay. Only thing we got in common, they want us to vote for them.
That's right.
After the vote, they go, they don't want us no more. Right. And this is what happened. This is why that economically we hadn't gone anywhere. We still, old folks would say, we in muddy water. We still in the middle of the water and we're drowning. Until we change Jim Crow law. Y'all listen to me. Jim Crow law, it's been on the book for 200 years.
That's right, come on.
And the blacks who went in, the leaders, never looked at the law. All they did was put money in their pockets. So we can't go any further until there's some changes in America. Obama talked about change in America, but I hadn't seen that great change he was talking about. 50 years forward, we're not there.
Look at how many of our young black people in jail. That'll let you know right there how far we done fallen behind. But let me tell you the game of how they play that with our black leaders. See, back in 1966, I was taken away to a prep school up north. Okay? And this is how they do you. They say originally. They touch you like that. They say, you know, originally, you're different. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
and so they suck you up and they make you think you better than the rest of your people.
That's right.
And then they give you a few things. And then they'll tell you, they tell the ball players, once you get paid, you can't go back into the hood.
That's what they tell.
You know, you can't go back in the hood because they're going to want what you got. One thing I got respect for, that's LeBron James, because LeBron took his boys, who he went to school with, he paid for them to get an education to run his businesses. I got respect for LeBron because...
Well, I mean, after hearing that statement, you plea into Obama, the senators, the House of Representatives. Where do we go? I mean, if you got that revolving cycle of nowhere, I mean, how do we
if you don't do what's in front of you to do, then people are going to say, well, why don't you go to the president? Why don't you go to Congress? See, we want to eliminate those excuses because I know what Pope President Obama, let me tell you something. President Obama don't run things.
I want to touch a little bit on party lines. Would you please address party lines? Because you have people say, well, I'm a straight Democrat or I'm conservative, and I'm talking about African Americans now. I want you to address that.
And I could say this, even though one of the racist governors we had said that ain't a dime worth of difference between a Democrat and a Republican. It was in a man's heart, so is a man. If you can be a conservative and do what's right, you know, I'm for that. if you liberal and still stepping on my head, I'm not for that. So Democrats have sort of rode the train of being liberal, and hid behind the Republicans who they hide behind them. They all doing us wrong, but they hide behind saying the Republicans are not doing it. If you look at the vote strategy that happened here on the Farm Bill, you'll see that was some of the Democrats eating out the same trough as the Republicans were.
Democrats and Republicans
Said, what do? We beating a dead horse. Moses he had to beat a dead horse 3 times, but he kept going back. We're gonna keep on going back till somebody gonna wake up one day. I don't know where and I don't know when, but they gonna wake up and they gonna hear our cry in the wilderness like John the Baptist. And when they hear us crying out, somebody coming to our rescue.
To cut the tape right. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, how y'all edit. See, put the good stuff in.
See, the problem, the problem that we've had, I've had in this 6 years, he's had in these 20, you've had in this 20, is because we can't get the truth out. We're here today because we need the truth out. We've spoken all over the United States, Arkansas, Georgia. We've spoken. We can't get, excuse me, the complete truth out. That's why we're here. Any and everything that we are saying can be validated. Right. We don't have to sit here and lie. The government is going to, when you go to them, they're going to say, well, you know, them colored folks are down there lying. Mm-hmm. Well, we've got paperwork that will support and substantiate any and every claim that we have made today. If they think we're lying, bring us to the table and talk about it. Let's talk about it. We'll bring all our paperwork and we'll show you. Investigate it. You will find out what we're saying to you all is true. It's on the
injunctive relief. I want to get back on that. Call that USDA in Washington, D.C., and they can give you how many farmers they made loans to and how many. They'll give it to you all. I believe they will, why they won't give it to us. And call that number in Washington, D.C., and they will give you those figures about the injunction. I said I would put my life on the line and said they hadn't released not one injunctive relief. They hadn't let not one black farmer had injunctive. I'll put my life on the line.
Play is that, well, we don't keep records according to race.
But they got it.
They got it.
They got it according to race. How many farmers it is, how many, they can tell you exactly how many farmers it is right now in America. In 2010, they only made 6 loans to black farmers throughout the whole United States.
Also, we're going to get back to the 40 acres, the 30 acres. See, you get this offset money that they give out every year whether you farm or you don't farm. And they takes that money and pay the black farmer the rent that, for that year. Say if you got 30 acres and you drawing $1,000 a year on offset money, they take that white farmer, get that money, and he pay you that money for the rent that he rent from you. From renting your farm. And all that kind of stuff goes on. When you go back down there, you check and see how much money he getting off your property. He could be getting $1,500, $2,000, and he ain't paying you none but that. Because if you got 1,000 acres of land, look what kind of money you drawing off cotton-based, corn-based, soybean-based money that you get every year.
That's programmed money, but most black farmers and black people in general, especially in the cities who may own some land, don't know their rights. They don't know the government programs. So they have to go down to the FSA office in the county where the land is at and find out what is due to them because of the land. The new offset program, you don't have to grow anything to get the money that you're legitimately supposed to get, these subsidies that you're supposed to get. But they don't even know that. But have them go down to the county in which the farm is at, go down to the FSA, USDA, FSA, Farm Service Association, and go and find out what is due to you on that 30, 40, 50 acres.
Actually, what they do is put a large amount of ammonium nitrate to enhance the growth span of that corn. And see, all of those chemicals comes within your body system, and that causes you to grow larger. And see, that's the problem even with the chicken industry. When they pump these steer rods and these chickens, and we getting chickens look like turkeys, and they're only 5 weeks old, it's a problem with that. And what these guys do, they put more hormones in the chicken than they're supposed to. And that's to get a quicker grow-out cycle so they can get a payment quicker than normal. They do not want you in their industry. That's right. I don't care how good you may be and how good your heart may be, when they get ready to get rid of you.
Now, what happened over the course of the years, because farming was a very large thing in the black community. What happened?
It's called the United States Department of Agriculture. That's what happened to farming. When a black farmer cannot go into the United States Department of Agriculture and get funding for this year's crop, or if he received the funding and it's a year later, then you're already behind the 8 ball. So the answer to your question is the United States Department of Agriculture and the Department of Justice, because the Department of Justice will not, up until this day, hold the Department of Agriculture accountable. Instead of holding them accountable, they will go into court and represent them and destroy anyone who opposes them.
You remember Brother Stovall said that they had some chickens, they had some hogs, okay? That was the bank for the farmer. Because you see, when you grow a crop, let's say you grow in cotton, you put money in the ground, you put seed in the ground, you put fertilizer, you put chemicals. It'll be like 4 or 5 months before you get a return, all right? Now, in the meantime, if you got some chickens, you can take to market, some eggs, or you got some hogs, or you got some cows. That was their bank. But when they went to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, if they wanted to expand their cotton production, or they wanted to expand their corn production, they said, you're going to have to get rid of them small productions. So then they force you into monoculture and to depend on them for loans, because you don't have your bank, you don't have your little hogs, you don't have your little chickens, you don't have your little cows, which is your bank, that you can sell it anytime you want to in a year, that you can survive in your family until your cotton came in, until your wheat, until your corn came in. So that's what USDA did, it specifically to destroy subsistence farmers so that those little small farmers couldn't make it. Then you got to borrow money to get bigger. All right? Then they loan you the money, and then they don't give you the operating expenses that you need to operate with. They give you until you're too late. Okay? Or they wait for a disaster to hit. And so the people got it out that the black man can't farm.
Out of time, ladies and gentlemen, but I do appreciate yours. Thank you so much for tuning into the LBS, the hottest, the biggest, the baddest talk show of the South. Didn't do Diva I Wanted today. However, next week is my birthday. Yep, you heard it here first. So what does that mean? I don't know. You just got to tune in. But we've got to go, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you tuning into the LBS, the hottest, the biggest, the baddest talk show of the South. Opinions expressed in this show does not reflect the views of the network or production.